And we're live.
Hello, you guys.
We're going to give it a few minutes for some people to come on.
This is just an impromptu live. We have an exciting story to share with you of what happened last night when we attempted to go live on YouTube.
We just feel like we have so much to share these days that we can't really find time. So when we feel like, okay, we're ready to go, we're just ready to go. And those who cannot do it live with us will catch up. So today we are feeling very called to speak to those of you who are on your ascension path, who are on your path of spiritual evolution, who are here knowing that you are co-creators in this grand universal, turn on that fan actually.
Yeah.
Who are creators in this grand orchestra, and don't mind the mess in the background. That's just some of our blankets, just turn it on.
Yeah.
So guys, I want to ask you a question. Who here watching this live stream can identify as someone who is an ascension junkie, number one, or someone who is fully committed to their soul's path? Let me know if that is you. Comment and let me know. South Africa in the house, Ontario, amazing. And the reason I was guided to ask this question right off the bat is because today we're speaking directly to those of you who are interested in taking your spiritual game to the next level. And we're going to be diving into this technology that every single one of us has. You have it, I have it, every single one of humanity has it. And oh, amazing, some ascension junkies in the house. And this technology is very underused. So you know how we have a brain, we have lungs, we have all these organs in our body, and we're aware of them because science teaches them. We learn about them in school, a little bit about them. Nobody teaches us about these advanced spiritual technologies that we all have available. Nobody teaches us about it. So who here is familiar with the MERKABA? Who here is familiar with the MERKABA? Because that's what we're discussing today is about the MERKABA. And we want to share a personal story of what happened yesterday with our own MERKABA. England, Sri Lanka. Anyone familiar with MERKABA? Let us know. Have you even heard the term?
Have you even heard the term MERKABA?
So as you guys start commenting and letting us know, I want to share with you a little bit about how powerful, amazing. So Laura says, yes, I use my MERKABA every single day, and that's huge for you to say that. Leslie says, yes, you know, Frank says, yes, amazing. Fee says, I've heard about it. Nicole says, yes, beautiful guys. So we have had some massive transformations, amazing. More people are saying yes, Marie says yes. So guys, we're gonna do a deep dive. This is a very informal live. We're going to do a deep dive on how powerful this technology is and how underused it is in human beings, how underused it is in humanity, because the dark forces in power, the governments, our religious institutions, they don't teach us about these things. They don't teach us about the chakras and about this
our light body,
our spiritual body. We are only learning about the physical body. What about the emotional body? What about the mental body? So there's a lot of secrets that have been left out, important secrets that have been left out from our school system. And today we want to give you guys an overview of how powerful this technology is sitting right in you, lying dormant in you. And we're going to start by sharing a master manifestation story, a crazy story from last night. And I'll just preface the story with this. A MERKABA, when activated, when healed and repaired and activated, which is something that we do, we've taken thousands and thousands of people on these journeys, is a tool of master manifestation, okay? It is a sentient, it's an aware being. So I want you all to just get a connection with your MERKABA even before we start talking about it.
And for those who don't have any idea what a MERKABA is, it is your light body that looks exactly like this. So it's two tetrahedrons superimposed over each other, and every single human being on this planet has one of these. If you don't have it, you won't be here. For us to exist in the third density, our sixth dimensional light body, which is called the MERKABA, has to be around us. And what MERKABA actually stands for is, it's based on three words. MER, which means light in light language. Ka, which means Ka is our soul. We also teach about the Ka light circuitry, which is the soul's living circuitry. And then there's Ba, which is our physical vessel. So MERKABA, all put together, forms the word, the chariot of light that carries your soul as a vehicle for your body through all the dimensions. And the MERKABA has been talked about since ages, since thousands and thousands of years in our history. In times of Atlantis, when ascended masters were walking this planet and humans were very advanced spiritually, we used to have our light bodies fully activated. We had our 12-strand DNA fully activated. And at that time, with our fully activated MERKABAs, we could literally teleport from one location to another. Eventually, we'll be able to do that again this time around, but I'm telling you the full potentials, how magical the MERKABA can be. The MERKABA can help you astral travel into the higher planes. It can help you manifest what you desire. If you're on a fifth dimensional planet with your MERKABA active, you could literally think of your favorite meal and it'll manifest physically in front of you.
And I want to touch on one other thing that's coming to me. Give them a connection with how, we're all talking about New Earth. We're all talking about, we're aligning to the ascending timeline of New Earth. What does that really mean in a tangible way? What does that mean? Is it just wishing and washing and saying, we're just going to be in New Earth somehow? Or does it have tangible steps?
Exactly.
So why don't you give them a connection with that and how the future in this incarnation, what we've been shown, is interdimensional travel.
Yeah.
Is travel to off-world planets. When I say this, how many of you can believe it? How many of you say, oh gosh, yeah, I totally get it? And how many of you are like, this is bringing up a little bit of my, resistance? How many of you...
Or disbelief.
How many of you can believe this statement when I say it? That in this lifetime, many of us, in this lifetime, within the next 20 years, many of us will travel out of planet Earth as planet Earth becomes a galactic society, which we're headed right into right now. Just so you know, there's many, 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 many planets that are part of the galactic world. Planet Earth is not part of the galactic world, but right now we're moving right into this alliance with the galactic societies, and humanity is being prepared for it. So if I make a statement saying in the next 20 years, many of us will, from New Earth, like we'll all be in New Earth frequency, will be traveling off-world to the Pleiades, to Sirius B, through our MERKABA. That's how we go through interdimensional travel. We will go to off-world cities for luxurious, like just for a vacation. Like 1 week, Saman and I are like, bye guys, we're off to Sirius B for a vacation, or we're off to this vacation planet somewhere else, or we're going to do some trade. We're going to meet another board of like council members from other planets. How many of you can believe this? Literally, we will fly.
I can believe it, Eldora can believe it, and many people who've taken our course can believe it because they've already gone on an astral travel. We astral traveled in 2022 when just before we released our MERKABA course, we had a very powerful experience where both of us were in an astral journey. And even though we were separate in our journeys, we were experiencing the same astral reality.
Yeah.
We were guided by this collective known as the White-Winged Feline Collective of Sirius B.
So absorb that for a moment. White-Winged Feline Collective of Sirius B. So when you think of it, think of these beings as these white, they're literally white in color, and they are lion beings. Okay, lion, L-I-O-N, lion beings. They are Christ consciousness beings, very like ascended master. They have Christ consciousness emanating out of them.
They're very advanced spiritually.
And they have this amazing, Joseph, I love that you're saying I'm a beginner. I love it when I speak to those who are saying I am learning, I'm a beginner, because that's the most exciting phase to be in. And I'll say to you, I'm a beginner. Saman's a beginner. Even though we're master teachers of the Ascension, even though we're quantum Metatronic healers, and not just healers, we're expert quantum Metatronic healers, because we really go in and remove all the resistance, all the limiting programs, all the limiting beliefs. We heal ourselves, we heal our entities, but we're beginners.
The more we learn about spirituality, the more we realize how much there is to know. And we're always coming with the student mentality, and that's what separates a beginner from an advanced person. Like they say in martial arts, a black belt is simply a white belt who never quits.
Yes.
So always be a beginner.
Yes.
Because once you think you know it all, then your evolution stops.
Yes.
And evolution never stops. There's always
Jesus
one more rung
is still
in the ladder.
evolving. Jesus, everybody, Mary Magdalene is still evolving. And just so you know, there's a lot of badasses in the chat right
So
now.
let's finish our story
Yeah,
after this.
there's a lot of badasses in the chat now who've done our MERKABA course, so they know what the MERKABA is. But we have a lot of stories. So let's first complete the white link.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, 4 years ago, we were, 2 years ago, we were in Naples, Florida, and this beautiful, beautiful white-winged feline collective, these lion beings contacted us, and they asked us if they can take us on an astral journey. Siman and I were both having this experience separately, which is what blew our minds. You want to tell them a bit about it?
Yeah, so before this happened, I stopped eating for 2-3 days, and I was literally like on a water fast. My body just shut down. And I know this happens usually when a huge spiritual experience is about to happen and my body needs to cleanse. And then Eldora and I were both guided to lie down in our living room. And suddenly a lion with wings appeared in front of us. And we somehow didn't feel like, okay, that's strange. We just somehow felt like this is the most loving being we've ever met. And we know this being.
Yeah.
It was an instinct. It was so loving. We felt this instant harmony and connection. And it was, it had this crystal, huge crystal on its forehead. And it was not uttering any words. It was just looking at us with this gentle, wise.
Emanating love, power, wisdom.
Yeah, wise, gentle look. And it was just communicating with us telepathically, and it just said, follow me. So I had one lion, my personal lion. What's my lion's name?
Mine
Yours
is Ninja.
Mine is Aslan. Yes,
Aslan,
of course.
yes.
So I went on my lion, and Eldora rode hers.
And we were going
we started
separately.
going on an astral plane. Yeah, we were just going in our own journeys, but we knew this is happening too. We were both in the same dimension
And
with
you
each
know
other.
how it felt? It literally felt we were on a magic carpet, soaring. Our soul was soaring. That was the first extremely powerful astral journey. We've had many ones, but this was the most powerful one
I
we've
think
ever
this
had.
was the first one to the 6th dimension. Usually we astral travel to the 4th and the 5th plane.
Right. So we felt like we were on this magical carpet ride, and we weren't talking to each other. We were on our individual journeys, lying right beside each other, completely sober, not having eaten for 2 days, just because instinctively our body didn't know we were cleansed and detoxed. And we went through Egypt, we went through Earth, we started going through all kinds of portals, and we entered this portal of Sirius B, which was like a blue star up in the sky. Once we entered Sirius B, and we were riding on our lions, okay? This is really magical. We were riding on our lions, these ascended Christ consciousness beings, went into Sirius B, our astral travel experience, and that's when the lions started descending. They were plateaus. I remember, it was just, you want to explain what you saw?
I saw mountain peaks. I saw huge
plateaus.
crystal formations, like gigantic. They look bigger than any mountain I've ever seen.
Crystalline rivers.
Yeah, there was just beautiful scenery that cannot be described with words. There were colors that I've never seen before in the sky. There were hues of purple, pink, blue, yellow, and it was just like an artist had painted this planet.
Yes.
And we were both it was a breathtaking view.
And we still haven't talked to each other about it. We're going on our individual journeys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping he's doing it. He's hoping I'm doing it. Anyway, to cut a long story short.
And from a distance, we descended onto this one mountain peak where there was a huge temple. It was a crystal temple. And we literally parked our lion. I don't know, for lack of a better word, we parked our lion. And then we were guided by these guides to enter the crystal. And there we met this feline priest and priestess who were supposedly, they introduced themselves as the high priest and priestess of Sirius B. And they were the spiritual leaders, and they're the ones who had welcomed us on this journey. And
it was their spiritual high priest.
Yeah, it was the spiritual high priest of Sirius B,
Yes.
of the white wing lion
And it was a
collective of
lion,
Sirius B.
beautiful lion being. And so Siman and I hopped off our lions, and that's about all our lions could follow us. Like at that point, the lion said, now you have to go on your own. So Siman and I, we walked individually. Did we? Individually? Yeah.
Well, we were both going on a tour of the house. She was with...
No, first we went up to the spiritual high priest. You've forgotten the first thing that happened. Remember, we went up and our higher self said, offer a gift. So immediately a rose appeared in my hand, like a crystalline rose. And I looked at the high priest and I gave him a token of respect. I gave him, his wife was with him as well. I gave him a rose. And I remember like just he basically, to cut a long story short, his third eye and my third eye connected, and he gave me a transmission. And later on, when Saman and I compared notes, we realized he had gone through the same activation through this feline Christ consciousness being. They gave us some kind of an activation, and they welcomed us. So they welcomed Saman and me, and what they said to us blew our minds. They said, you know how Whitney Houston, remember the movie Bodyguard? They said how Whitney Houston had her own bodyguard to, she started rising in her power, rising in her glory, and she needed like a bodyguard. So they said, Eldora and Saman, you are now stepping into your divine mission. And on this 2/22/22, which was February 22nd, 2022, it was a very, very, very powerful portal. That's just before that is when all of this happened. They said, we want to gift you the protection of I am getting emotional as I'm saying this. We want to gift you the protection of the Sirius Guard of Sirius B, the Royal Guard of Sirius B. And you're going to have lions that you can call upon at any time. They'll always be surrounding you. They are the most powerful protection you can, and nobody can fuck with you after that. If you have to learn some soul lessons, yes, you can go into, a few soul lessons, but nobody can mess with you. You are fully protected. And not just that, anyway, later on they took us into their house, which was like this beautiful cave, like a stunning cave overlooking the plateau, and they said, anytime you want, you have a place in our house. And they told him that, and they told me that. Anyway, a few days later, we were guided to host this exact workshop, teach people about the MERKABA, and take them on the same astral journey to Sirius B, to give each of them the same third eye activation with these lions. This was on 2/22/2022. It was the most powerful. We had 1,200 people, guys, 1,200 people doing this event live with us. I have goosebumps. And so that was a little bit of a story of how we even started.
Change this fan direction.
Okay, hold on, we're turning off the fan. Right? And anytime we talk about the story, people are like just blown. And even now, it never ceases to amaze us. We call upon the lions in our events and whatnot. And everyone who attended literally left mind blown. Like there was a mother and daughter team who attended this event together, and they both met their own personal lions. And their lions were brothers. Like our whole community has. What are your lions' names, guys? For those of you who did it, what are some of your lions' names? Mine was Ninja. And, oh, thank you, Alina. Amazing. I'm happy to hear that. So basically, we started really understanding and activating and getting to know about the MERKABA, activating our own MERKABA in the last few years. And we have seen magic. So before we tell you about this magical story about what happened last night, give them an overview of what the MERKABA does. And we'll then tell you what happened last night to us that'll blow your minds.
Right. So your MERKABA is basically a higher version of you. It is a sentient being. And for those of you who joined a bit later.
Oh, hold on, Saman. Imhotep, some of the lions' names.
Oh, Imhotep.
Imhotep.
Wow. That's one of the pharaohs in Egypt.
Laura's was Zemu. Christine's was
love
Nira.
These names.
Olivia's was Saraya.
Saraya.
Shane Booth is in the house. Where the hell have you been, Shane? Z-Lock. Amazing. Amazing.
Wow. I love those names. Amazing. So for those of you who joined late, this is your MERKABA, and it's your two tetrahedrons. The top tetrahedron is called the sun tetrahedron, the one pointing upwards, and the one pointing downwards is called the earth tetrahedron. And both of these spin in opposite direction, one clockwise, one counterclockwise. And it is a sentient being. Your MERKABA is like a version of your higher self.
It's your best friend.
It communicates with you. So in the course, we teach how to communicate with your MERKABA and how to send it commands to manifest anything that you wish. So that's the first thing that it does. The MERKABA is one of the most powerful manifestation tools that we know of. If you guys are into law of attraction, then think of the MERKABA as a magnifying glass for the law of attraction. It works in conjunction with the law of attraction to bring things into your life that you desire. Not only that, if, like we said, we astral traveled with our MERKABA. Most people, they astral travel in the fourth dimension through their astral body. But the MERKABA is your sixth density astral body. It's like, it helps you astral travel to higher dimensional planes than you can reach with your etheric body. Because your etheric body is your fourth density body, then there's a fifth density body, and the MERKABA is the sixth density body, which means in the sixth dimension, the representation of you is your MERKABA. So once you repair your Merkaba, you can start using it every day.
Yes.
You can use it to travel to different planes. You can use it to bring situations and people into your life. You can manifest money miracles. You can manifest success in your business. You can manifest success in your relationships. You can use it to heal and balance your emotions. You can heal. You can use it to heal your chakras. One of the ways that Eldora and I really skyrocket in our ascension and we don't get stuck in any issues for a long time is by using our Merkaba, because we're constantly clearing, and it is super fast.
It's
like
very
instant.
fast. Yeah.
And there's so many more things. This is just
It
grazing
helps
the
with
surface.
psychic abilities. It basically is a sentient being that most of humanity is not even aware of, that's sitting dormant around us, like the diagram that Siman showed. It's sitting dormant around us, and once we activate it, once we realize, oh my God, we have this, just like we have chakras. Who talks about chakras? Do we even know that there's chakras? Now we do. The next stage for humanity is the Merkaba. All of this is coming for interdimensional travel. So let us give you a story of what happened last night. We've had many miracles with the Merkaba. Siman touched on one very powerful point. He said, as soon as you start working with your Merkaba, it's an everyday thing. It's like you just can't, just like I'm drinking juice right now or I'm breathing air. Merkaba is like a natural part of life. It's like drinking water, breathing air.
It becomes your best friend.
It becomes your best friend, and you work with it, you talk to it all the time. And last night, Siman and I, as you guys know, we went on YouTube, we went live, and we had a power outage. So immediately we said, we're going to drive to Playa del Carmen. I had to go to Sephora because I was running really short on some green. They have like a whole clean product, you guys. I'm just so impressed with Sephora. They have all clean products. So I went in, I packed up, I did a ton of shopping, and we were coming back, and it was pretty late. The highways were dark, super dark. And in the middle of nowhere, like 40 minutes away from home, our SUV started shuddering. Like imagine we're driving at like 120 kilometers and it's going, and we're 40 minutes away, exhausted. Like Siman and I had walked and walked and
in
walked.
the middle of a highway with no lights.
No lights, and we don't speak Spanish. So in the outskirts of Tulum, it's all Spanish speaking people. So we're like, oh my God, we don't even know if we have like Wi-Fi. We don't know if we have 3G, 5G, whatever.
And the battery light came on, and like all the lights of the car start flickering on and off, and the car was literally shuddering to a halt.
And the front lights wouldn't work. So imagine you're driving, the front lights aren't working, but and so immediately Siman and I know what to do in these situations. We didn't even talk to each other. We both got into so imagine the car's going boom, boom, boom. And Siman and I are like activating our Merkaba. We're like, everything's okay. And we started working with our Merkaba, programming our Merkaba, and said, we're going to go home. In 40 minutes, we're going to be in our house. No, we don't know how, but the Merkaba is going to help us.
And once we said that prayer, we felt fully relaxed, because we have so much experience with the Merkaba that we know once our prayer is already manifested, our emotions just relax.
Yeah, so we were just relaxed. We were driving, not bickering or anything. We were like, let's see what happens. We're just going to work on the higher planes of manifestation. Now, not just that. Listen to this. We're like, okay, the front lights weren't working. So we're going in pitch black. We just know that the car is okay. There's no cars behind us, front of us. And then we're like, how are we going to go through the police checkpoints? Because the way it works is when your car is low on battery, if you stop it, it's not going to start. You have to keep driving. So it means you don't need red lights. You shouldn't be stopped by police. And on the way from Playa del Carmen to Tulum, there's 2 police checkpoints. So again, we programmed a Merkaba. We said, we just want to be invisible to the police. Guys, I'm not even joking. Imagine this Honda Pilot driving in pitch dark. We passed the first police checkpoint. The guy is looking right at us.
There was a cop right in front of us, and he let us pass by with no lights.
No lights. So we go past, and then there's another police checkpoint with 3-4 cars. They didn't bother us. Again, we just whisked past.
We passed by a whole police station with like multiple cars.
In pitch black. There's no light. That's not all. Every single traffic light was green, 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 so that we don't stop. If we stopped our car, it would stop. And
it would stall.
This is 40 minutes. We drove like this for 40 minutes in complete calm and mastery, just knowing that if our Merkaba can help us, it will. And we let go of any kind of attachment or anything. No Wi-Fi on our phone, nothing. We come to our house. We live in a gated community where there's a gate. So we're like, shit, we need, and our gate and our gating community has a very strong rule. We're not supposed to honk. In Tulum, it's not like in America, everyone's like, bam, bam, bam. No. In Tulum, nobody ever honks. Everyone is so particular about that, which I love. So we come to this gate and we're like, we can't stop. And the guy is like looking somewhere, and and Siman's like pressing on the horn, and the horn doesn't work because everything's dead.
It just let out a faint weak honk.
Like, meh.
Like the last ounce of power that it had, it channeled into that honk.
And he's like, come on, Siman. We've just made it to the house. Like, the house is just like a minute away. And we go in, the car goes right to the house. We stop the car, and boom, it goes off. And it won't start.
He opened the gate right in the last minute, and the car just went through.
And guys, we parked the car in front of the house, and boom, the car just stopped.
After that, the car just gave up.
It
like,
just stopped.
Guys, I've served you well. I rest my case.
Now imagine, we were exhausted. My back was hurting. I had shopped all evening. I'm like, I don't want to be stuck on a Spanish, like on a Mexican highway without English, without Wi-Fi, without... This is the power of the MERKABA, guys. We've had so many. So how does that work?
In another instance, I also wanted to share, one of our team members ran out of gas. It was a similar situation, and he used his MERKABA. And then it was on a motorbike in, I think,
Kopangan,
Thailand. His motorbike wasn't starting. It was the middle of the night, and he really needed to get home. He programmed his MERKABA. He said, I just need enough gas to get home. He switched on the engine again, and there was like 3 bars of gas, not just one.
True story,
3
you
bars
guys.
Of gas.
True story. This is not all.
It's
I can go on and
unbelievable.
on. Another true story, the most recent story, is Serafina.
And I want to explain after this why this works.
I love that.
This is not magic,
I
right?
love that. Serafina, who is Starla's friend, Starla works with us, came and did our MERKABA course, about 6 months ago. As soon as she did the course, so Serafina had a very hippie life. She was just like a wandering hippie, moving from India to all over the world. Broke. She's like, I'm broke. I don't know how I'm going to live my life, but I'm just going to do this MERKABA course. I have to do it. Somehow I have to do it. It's my soul is guiding me.
That was the first course she attended.
Guys, that was the first course she ever attended with us. It was the MERKABA course to amplify your abundance. This was a few months ago in August. For Lionsgate. Right after that, she said, no matter what, I'm going to manifest money somehow using my MERKABA. I'm going to take all the teachings and use it, and I'm going to manifest money to attend Eldora Siman's Pleiadian DNA and Light Body Activation Retreat in Tulum. And this hippie chick, who's not here right now, but she's amazing, made it to Tulum. She paid $4,000 plus accommodation, plus food, plus everything. And she made it to Tulum. She was broke, but she somehow, and Laura, my friend Starla, she's like, I don't know how she even afforded it. Somehow it worked. Then she came to the retreat. She's like, now I'm going to use all of the techniques to become a vibrational match to work with you. And we told her clearly, you have all these ego harmonizations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 20 to do to even come and work with us. Guess what? She's now working with us. So in 6 months, she went from being a broke hippie, did the MERKABA course, landed in our retreat, had a shitload of ego harmonization. We're like, I don't think this is going to work out. Harmonized all of her ego, and now she's in our core team all in 6 months.
And now we love working with her. She's one of our most powerful team members.
She's amazing.
She's jumped so many timelines in this short period
6
of time.
months.
It's like we've never seen this.
So tell them how this works. How does this work?
One of the things that's happening on this 3D planet right now is that there are higher dimensional fields of energy that are beginning to surround our planet. So in the 3rd dimension, you can think of physicality. 3rd dimension is just physical. If I can touch this table, then I believe it's here. But if I can't see something, then I don't believe it's there, right? But then you go through a spiritual awakening. You begin to realize there's energy, there's spirits, there's dark spirits, there's angels, there's light bodies, there's chakras, and there's so much more. The planets are affecting us. Astrology is affecting us. There's all of these, everything in the universe is connected, and all of these forces are at play to create the outcomes of our life. So then we become more and more aware of how to work with these higher forces and higher energies. So right now what's happening is our planet is ascending from this 3rd density, purely physical, like rock and soil and water planet, into an energetic planet that is able to work on the quantum fields. So right now, the most important thing that's happening on our planet is that the 12th density morphogenic quantum fields are activating. The Stargate portals of our planet are activating. The grids and the chakras of our planet are activating. Our planet is going through a metamorphosis. It's going through a Kundalini awakening. And our planet is also a sentient, self-aware being. She is known as the goddess Gaia. And Gaia has decided that she no longer wants war and manipulation and to be stuck in these pain cycles of karma that we keep on repeating over and over and over. And Gaia is saying, I'm going to ascend into a peaceful state, and whoever's in sync, whoever's in tune with the vibration of love, and whoever wants to manifest peace and abundance and happiness in cooperation with all life, people who respect life are coming with me. People who are anti-life are going to be shipped off into a different reality, into a different timeline, into a different planet. So there's a timeline split happening right now. So how does this MERKABA come in? Before, if you talked about MERKABA in 1980s, we didn't even have the spiritual apparatus activated on our planet to use our MERKABA. That's why nobody was even aware. But now we do. The morphogenic 12th dimensional fields of our planet that have activated are now allowing us to work with the manifestation powers in the higher dimensions, because we're not just physical beings. Our being, the physical body, is just one layer of what we are. We are spiritual beings with many layers in each dimension. So in the 4th dimension, there's our astral body. In the 5th dimension, there's our unity consciousness body. In the 6th dimension, there's our MERKABA. In the 7th dimension, there's our sound body, which vibrates to the resonance of Om. In the 8th dimension, there's our light body. And in the 9th dimension, it's our supreme being, God consciousness, with the all-knowing presence. So all of these beings are not separate from you. These are all parts of you. So as Earth ascends and activates her light body, all of the humanity who is following the ascension path with Earth is also being reconnected in all of our higher dimensions. So when we reconnect with our spiritual selves in the higher dimensions, we activate these powers, and our MERKABA activates. And when our MERKABA activates, it doesn't just activate. We have to go through, we have to know how to repair it. We have to know how to align the MERKABA's axis. We have to repair the crystals in the MERKABA, and all these things we do in the course that we are going to tell you about. But once you do all of this repair and you start using your MERKABA, it works like magic, because the physical laws no longer apply to you. The physical laws of this planet no longer apply to ascended beings who are activating their light bodies. We can literally co-create our reality as if we are the authors of the play. Yes. We can literally change outcomes. We can literally avoid pitfalls. We can avoid dead ends, and we can create the life of our dreams by simply aligning ourselves to the higher spiritual laws.
And you know, guys, that was so beautifully explained, Saman. I love that. And you know, there's a part of us as Ascension teachers that gets a bit impatient with how slow humanity is progressing. And I'm sure many of you can relate. Like, why is the world not waking up? You know, Saman and I were talking about this yesterday. A lot of the 3D population seem to be happier than the awakened population, because we're awake, but we're constantly like thinking, my God, the world is crazy. Like, we know that we're in a matrix, and we are learning how to unplug from the matrix. Saman and I have actually unplugged from the matrix, and we're going to be teaching a course about it, but we're not talking about that course here. It's coming. We're channeling a course, literally. We're also channeling a Metatronic quantum healing modality, where we're going to teach you guys all the tools and tips of how we healed ourselves. And this is a modality used every single day. You're going to be using your MERKABA as well. But today, what I want to leave you with is this thought that we are speaking to a very select group of people today. We're not speaking to our whole audience of 300,000 people. We are speaking to the movers and the shakers. We're speaking to the visionaries. We're speaking to the way-showers. We're speaking to the ascension junkies. And we are
speaking to the students.
Yes.
Who are always open.
Above all, you're right.
We're always like a sponge.
We're speaking to the students like ourselves who are always ready to look further, look deeper, and take our spiritual game to the next level.
And never assume that something is not possible just because you have not experienced it yet.
Yes. Don't reject miracles in your life because of your limiting beliefs. So this is what we want to leave you with. We want to leave you with this mentality that your ascension to new earth lies in your hands. Right now, there's a lot of diverging timelines. There's like your ego wants to keep you in your comfort zone, and your soul wants to push you past your comfort zone. There's two, it's very clear in your life. Your ego wants to keep you in your comfort zone, like, it's easier. It's easier. Soul wants to take you where it's a bit like it's rattling your nerves. And so we want to say to you guys that the best reward that Saman and I have experienced is in putting in the work on our spiritual journey of being the students of the Ascension. And we want to leave you with some tangible steps of what you can do if you are someone who is interested in learning more about the MERKABA, which I highly recommend you look into. Look into 2 of our courses. So the first course is Repair, Activate, and Program Your MERKABA. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we do in it. We teach you about the anatomy of the light body, what your MERKABA is, an overview of the MERKABA, how to use your MERKABA to become a master manifester and a powerful creator. What is this?
A deep and powerful
We give
healing.
you a deep and powerful, very thorough clearing. We call in Metatron light technicians. We call in these lion beings who actually repair the crystals. We repair the crystals in your MERKABA. It's one of the most powerful healings we've ever given. And then we also do an entity and quantum, entity removal quantum healing. We do a light language activation to really, really activate we bring in the Hathors. We use crystal bowls, like very high frequency crystal bowls. And then the most fun part is 2 things. We turn on, you can literally feel you can feel the MERKABA turn on, and because we've healed it, we've repaired it, and then we teach you how to program it in your day-to-day life to achieve anything you want.
Oh, tell them about the seaweed, how we cleared it.
Yes. We teach you how to program your MERKABA to achieve anything you want. For those of you who just joined, we shared a lot of miracle stories, but I'll add one more miracle story to the mix here. Last year in May, we had a House of Ra New Earth Ascension Festival in Tulum. There was 150 people who came from all over the world. It was a 5-day festival, sober, music. We were both the DJs. We had other DJs as well. Christ consciousness activations, Gaia, land healing, and all of that. And a month before the festival, the ocean in Tulum was full of seaweed. And I'm talking thick seaweed. You couldn't go in the water. A week before the event, we used our MERKABAs and we said, we're going to clear the seaweed. The day everybody arrived, 150 people arrived in the thing, there was still a little bit left. We still couldn't swim. And most of them had taken our MERKABA course. We said, guys, let's all activate the power of our MERKABA. So we all activated the power of our MERKABAs. We created a gridlock. And I swear to you, I kid you not, 3 days later, the water in Tulum was crystal blue. And not in all of Tulum. In just about a 1 kilometer stretch where our resort was, we cleared the seaweed. Not just that, we went swimming in the ocean at midnight under a full moon, enjoying ourselves in crystal blue, no seaweed. There was no seaweed. We just cleared it. This is the power of the MERKABA. So,
and this was in the thick of seaweed season where it can stack like 12 feet high. It's not a joke.
It's not a
like
joke.
A few strands.
All of Tulum was talking about it.
The locals were astounded.
So all of these are achievable. And if you go to our MERKABA page, you'll actually see testimonials of this lady. She's like, I manifested $30,000, guys, after the course. You'll see all the testimonials. She's like, since the MERKABA activation, Danielle said, I have activated 30,000 I've manifested. My husband manifested a new career. We've created 3 new friendships with the kind of soul-aligned people we've been longing for. Our happiness is in full tilt. My husband and I are in a state of joy and bliss daily, and there's hundreds like this. Now, so the first course I want to leave you with is the MERKABA Part 1, which is the Activate, Repair, and Program Your MERKABA. Now, there's also an other MERKABA course. The other MERKABA course is all about becoming a master manifester. So what we teach you in that is manifest abundance and wealth using your MERKABA. We teach you all the hidden secrets of the abundance mindset. We give you the keys to the abundance mindset that you can use in your daily lives. This was very powerful. We were guided to do a MERKABA divine axis alignment to optimize the spin ratio of your MERKABA, because what we found was that the spin ratio is off and it's not pointing to your galactic chakras. It's not pointing to your higher self. It's a bit off because of all the trauma that we've been through. So we give you a divine access alignment. We give you a full and thorough repair and quantum healing of your MERKABA to amplify its manifestation powers. And remember what we said. How is the MERKABA different from the law of attraction? The MERKABA is like the law of attraction on steroids. It's like the law of attraction times a million is what happens.
It's a magnifying glass.
Correct. It's a tool. It's a magnifying tool. And we do a MERKABA abundance guided meditation, which, by the way, for those of you who've done the course, I recommend you do it often, at least once a week. Do the MERKABA abundance guided meditation because it's going to change your lives. And basically, how are all of these going to change your life? You will break through from scarcity. You will break through from poverty, victim mindset. You will break through from anxiety. You will learn how you're a master co-creator in this universal galactic tapestry that we call life. You will start realizing how powerful of a co-creator you are. You can manifest miracles in your life. You can get anything. And you'll also, the most important thing with the MERKABA course is that you'll learn how to operate in this 3D reality with a 5D tool, with a 5D perspective. So for those of you, and lastly, you will experience the joy of manifesting miracles in your life. Now, how do you get this? I'm going to leave you with a call to action. At least go and check out the website before you get back to life. So this is very important that that's why we're speaking to a very niche crowd today. We're speaking to the movers and the shakers who are like, okay, I need to do something about it. So you go to nems.love. So www.nems, NEMS, which stands for New Earth Mystery School. So you go to nems.love, and on top you'll see premium offerings.
And this is what it looks like.
You click on premium offerings.
You'll see this on your screen, and you just scroll down, and there it is.
So that's the MERKABA course.
This is the first one we recommend. Repair, activate, and program your MERKABA. And then once you've completed that, you can go to manifest abundance and wealth using your MERKABA. So both of these are in a pair. They're very powerful, and they're highly recommended.
And we've given you a discount if you buy them both. And the good news is you have access to this for life. So once you do the course, you will start to realize that every few months you'll be like, I have to go back to the MERKABA course. You know, the funny thing is, even in our vortex, in our core team, anytime we say to someone, hey, just go and move these MERKABA courses on this website or do some cleanup, they start radiating, they start shining. And we're like, what's happening to your vibration? They're like, it's the MERKABA course. It will shoot, it will skyrocket your vibration and make you a magnet for miracles in your life. So we just wanted to share this with you, leave you with this powerful tip that has changed our lives and changed the lives of thousands of people thousands of our beautiful students who have invested in their repair of their MERKABA. We love you guys dearly, and we have work to do, my friends. We are here as the students, the Ascension junkies, the way showers, and we have work to do, and we're just getting started. I send you, somebody said once a week. Once a week is just the abundance meditation. So in part 2, I lead you guys through a visualization abundance meditation. Do that regularly, because you can't do that once and forget about it.
It's like reprogramming from your mind. So when you do these meditations on a regular basis, they literally go and absorb in your subconscious patterns, in your subconscious beliefs. And when these beliefs become yours, you become a manifestation magnet.
And to answer your other
question, we listen
question,
to some of these manifestation meditations like multiple times a week because they're so powerful.
And you can even do the abundance meditation every day for 30 days to really set in your abundance codes, and then you can do it once every 2 weeks or whatever. So, and once you do it, the most important thing is write to us and let us know how amazing it was. Let us know your story.
What breakthroughs you had.
And what breakthroughs you have. You can always write to us. You just go to our website, which is nems.love. And there's a contact us button. You can write to us and say, oh my God, I did the MERKABA and this is what happened. And we would love to hear from you. Oh, thank you, Christine. She says the abundance meditation is her favorite. Amazing. The part 1 repair healing is also we literally go and repair the damaged crystals in your MERKABA. That was very, very powerful as well. So, oh, amazing. Olivia says she did it for 30 days.
Wow.
That's amazing. So we love you guys. And by the way, we are going live tomorrow on YouTube at 12 o'clock Tulum time. So 1 hour from now, tomorrow.
We have some unfinished business to expose the cabal.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about the Antichrist
They
agenda.
tried to put out our lights, but we're not stopping, guys.
Somebody, Annalisa Wong said, I'm just a beginner to spirituality. Will that be a good start?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Every course that we make is built to give you all the codes and keys before you can start ascending.
Yeah,
So it's
and
like
it has no prerequisites. If you're a beginner, you can jump right in and learn everything from scratch and become MERKABA expert by the end.
And I'll leave you with this one thing, which is the most beautiful thing when we work with MERKABA technology. Our whole healing modality is based on the MERKABA technology. And you know what it is? Is that it only operates and kicks in based on the vibration of unconditional love. Meaning this power cannot, this technology cannot be used by forces of the dark. Their MERKABA won't activate. This is the most, that's why it's a sentient being, it's an aware being. If you try to use your MERKABA to do bad things or harm someone, it just won't work, it'll shut down. That is the power of how Source Prime Creator gives those of us who are pure of heart, who are so service to others, all these technologies to accelerate in our spiritual evolution. We love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us. Please share to anyone, any of your friends who think might be interested, anyone on their spiritual path, please share, because this is how we all bring people together and really do our part to move the ascension timelines. Have an amazing weekend, you guys.
Take
Bye.
care.
Thanks for watching us. Thanks for joining us. Love you all.